welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Simplykay, back with another video. Welcome back to Fridays in Faith with Simplykay. Welcome to 2023. I am so excited, so refreshed, so motivated to get into this new year. This video is all about how I am shifting into 2023 and kind of some of the tools that I'm going to be using in order to better my year, better myself, better my focus on the Lord and my spiritual journey. And I will give you some tips and just some little life lessons that I've learned coming out of 2022 and as we head into 2023. So if you are interested, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for everyone who supports these videos and leaves me comments down below. I truly enjoy them, and you have no idea how much it means to me for you guys to interact with these videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. I had to write down notes because, it's a lot. So I just want to start off the video by talking about how I, for one, really love the new year. I love January. I love how motivated I feel. I love setting goals. I like being intentional in that way. But I have noticed, and I did reflect upon how I set goals and New Year's resolutions and all that from the past years. I've looked back and I've noticed that when I'm making vision boards, when I'm doing these things, I'm focusing on the big things, say I have a new job or a house or something pertaining to family. Those are the things going on my vision board, and I'm looking back and I'm seeing well, if I didn't achieve my goals throughout the year, why didn't I? What happened? What caused me not to be able to be consistent, accomplish these goals? Where along the lines did I fall? And what I realized in December was that going into New Year, I just need to be more intentional. This is not a new year, new me type of thing. This is a new year, new mindset. I'm really being intentional on setting pure intentions to change and build upon my character, to really change my routines, to become the person that I want to be in order to have the lifestyle that I want to have. So I think it's important that we attack our routines and what we do on a daily basis, and that will help us get to where we want to go, instead of just putting these big things on a vision board or making these big goals but then not having realistic ways to go about achieving them. So this year is a new year, new mindset, which will help me shape into the person I'm trying to be, not necessarily changing or becoming a new me. No, I want my mindset to change. I want my focus on certain things to change. I want my thoughts to change. I want my whole character to grow and develop and change into the woman that I know God wants me to be. So this year I'm embracing change and really changing my habits instead of making goals, like I said, just to achieve these things or milestones. Yeah, it's good when you get to that milestone, but as a person, have you grown? Have you grown physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally? I want to feel that growth at the end of the year, not just, okay, I checked something off my list. So that is how I'm coming into 2023, to be more intentional. So one of the things that I'm doing, I did make a full vision board, which I just will choose not to share that because that's something very personal to me. But I did make, and I will be making vision boards for each month throughout this whole year, which is something I've never done before. But I feel as though I have a word for the year, which I also will just keep to myself. But I'm doing words for the month as well. And what that means is just I feel like God has given me this word, and that's the word I want to embrace. Last year was growth, and I think that I definitely grew a lot with the situation of having my daughter and things being a little traumatic, and growing as a person, growing as a family. growing in work. I had a new job. I was in a new position. So last year, 2022, was a lot of growth for me. And I got that word came to my heart early on before the year even started last year. And little did I know, I did a lot of growing last year. So I have a word for this year, but I want to be intentional and do words for each month. Now, I don't know what each word will be. I kind of just think it's something that'll come to me before the month starts. But for January, my word is shift, because it just fell on my heart for that to be my word. I feel like God is really trying to shift my mindset and help me to focus on things that's going to help me walk into my purpose this year. So I will insert the vision board right here for shift, but I'm actually going to pull it up on my phone so I can kind of like talk you through it while it's on the screen. So it says, repeat after me, my setbacks make me stronger for the next steps in my journey. So that's just kind of like noticing like everything that I've been through, it's for a reason. It's a part of my journey. It's going to be a part of my story. It's helping be the stepping stone to where I'm going to be and where I'm supposed to be. I'm proud of the person I'm becoming. My mindset has changed. My priorities have changed. My taste has changed. My tolerance has changed. I'm evolving. And that's kind of just how I want to go into the year. Like, that quote took everything that I feel and put it in words. The bottom left, as you're shifting, you will begin to realize that you are not the same person you used to be. The things you used to tolerate have now become intolerable. Where you once remained quiet, you are speaking your truth. Where you once battled and argued, you are now choosing to remain silent. You are beginning to understand the value of your voice, and there are some situations that no longer deserve your time, energy, and focus, and I am all for that. I think that 2023 is a year for me to mind my business and focus on me, not anyone else, not what he's doing, not what she's doing. What is Kaylin doing? What does God want me to be doing in this season of my life? Not focusing on every little thing around me. It's time to pour into me so that I can grow. A rich mindset, remembering, yes, you can do it. And then I'm always going to put the definition of the word for the month right dead smack in the middle. So shift is to change the emphasis, direction, or focus of. A happy life starts with your mind. Shift your thoughts from negative to positive and watch your blessings multiply, I think it meant to say. Godfidence. I see a certain life for myself and I won't stop until I get it. Things shift when you are persistent in prayer, which I am definitely being more intentional about, and taking time to pray by myself and pray out loud and just strengthen my relationship with God. And then repeat daily is in the right corner. I will remain focused on my goals. Even if I have a moment of difficulty, I will not give up. I know success comes with consistency. I know that I will make it. Things will get better. No problem or challenge will stop me. Everything I deserve is coming my way. So I just think this vision board is just like, I can look at it daily and it can just, January is helping me just get into the habit of shifting. I'm reading a lot of books. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I literally probably post a book like every day. But January is kind of I'm reading some fun books because I like to do that as well. But I'm also reading, January is a lot of Christian books that are really helping me dive into my mindset and kind of help me see how I am supposed to be shifting in this current season, and what God kind of wants me to focus on. What's He want me to stop focusing so much on, and just using that to shift. And then February, I have no idea what the word is. I don't know what it's going to be, but this shifting for the month of January is going to help me prepare for the next month, and then so forth and so on. So I really think that this is like something that I'm going to enjoy doing and probably do for every new year. I think it kind of makes it like it breaks up the year. So I have one total word, which I'll share at the end of the year. But I think all these little words are going to help me do what my word of the year is. So that is just my vision board. I just wanted to share that. I think exited out. So just shifting my perspective to how everything in my life can be for the glory of God. Focusing on how I can be more consistent in what I do daily. And not just consistent, but committed. Like, even if I don't feel like it, even if I'm just having a bad day or just not in a mental space, like still remaining committed to what it is that I said I was going to do. I don't want to break promises that I make to myself, because I don't like to break promises that I promise other people to. So why can't I give myself that credit as well? Changing my routine. We get so caught up in our comfort zone, our patterns, our habits, and it's hard to shift and change those habits. So I really want to step by step really work on some of the bad habits that I have, whether it be like procrastination. That's one of my big ones. And that one, I can just say, like, we procrastinate, but like, you just don't know how much time you have on earth. Like, you don't know how long you're going to be here. You don't know when that day is coming. So to put things off, to say like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow or the next day, there might not be a tomorrow. There might not be a next week. Like, I really want to, when I'm in situations, focus on that very thing. Like, I'm not promised tomorrow. So stop putting stuff off tomorrow, because you might not even be in capacity to do what you're saying you're going to do tomorrow. So that is definitely something that I'm working on. How can I become the person who has the lifestyle I wish to attain? That is all of my habits and routine. Understanding that nothing in this world is going to satisfy me or make me happy. I can only find that fulfillment in the Lord, and then everything will fall into place. So I'm actually reading for the month of January Ecclesiastes, and I'm telling you, that one is all about, like, there's a time for everything. Things on this earth will not fulfill you. Only God can. I'm about halfway through. I think I'm on chapter 7, and there's 12 chapters in the book, and it's just opening my eyes to so much. And I think is really pivotal for this month being shifting, is focusing on the fact that nothing in this world is going to satisfy me. Stop chasing things. Stop wanting what you see here and there. Like, stop thinking this is going to make you happy. All this kind of stuff. It's just showing me that none of that stuff matters. When you die, it's all going to be right here. The house, the cars, all that stuff is not going with you. So why are we so caught up and focused on things that don't matter? Whereas we can be joyful, we can be happy, we can be full of love and just enjoying our family, enjoying our life, being grateful for the things that we do have. So I'm really just trying to shift into that mindset, because I already see like God working on my heart, and I'm already like my mindset is already changing about so many things, and the way I stop and I just reflect on things when I'm complaining. If you really start your day off with a grateful heart, just see how much like you start appreciating and just realizing, like, some people don't have this. Like, when I'm at work and I have a bad day, now I've been saying, like, well, at least I have a job, because there's someone out here who doesn't have a job, who can't bring money home to buy food, to keep a roof over their head, to provide for their family. Like, there's so many things if you just stop and think. And then another thing, you prayed to be here at one point in your life. You wanted this, so appreciate it, because now you have it, and we're always looking to the next and the next and the next, but we need to appreciate what we have now. How's God going to bless us if we don't appreciate what we have now? So overall, there are 5 things that I am implementing throughout this year. Number 1 is to stop wasting time, stop procrastinating. Back in November, I believe, like November or early December, I deleted my personal social media page, and it was just because I just feel like, not that I am like necessarily comparing myself, but in a way kind of like falling into the trap of comparison, looking at what other people are doing. But another thing, I just want more genuine relationships in my life. I feel like social media has been used as kind of like a scapegoat to not keep in contact with people and not really put in a full effort to maintain relationships, and I don't want that. I don't want people just to see what I'm doing and then never text me and ask like, how am I, just because they see what I'm posting on Instagram and think like everything's all peachy or whatever it is. But I don't want people to just assume, and like by seeing the posts, like assume that they talk to me or something. I want people to reach out. I want to reach out to other people and be more intentional about reaching out to other people and really nurturing the friendship or relationship that we have. And I think social media is just like kind of ruined, like just the in contact and personal relationships. Everything's just kind of like surface level, it feels. So in my opinion, this might not be someone else's opinion, but that's kind of just how I feel. So I actually deleted my personal Instagram. I don't think that I'm going to go back to it. And I just use my like my YouTube, Instagram, and it's not to like communicate socially with people in my life. It's for my YouTube channel, it's for my business, and like talking with you guys, and that stuff that builds me up and doesn't make me like feel like I have to compare myself or I'm missing out or something, or I'm like, you know, I don't feel those feelings with this kind of Instagram. So stop using that for social media. Utilizing my planners for budgeting, lifestyle, and Bible studies and devotion and prayer. I actually got a really nice devotional planner that I'm using to track all the Bible studies that I'm doing, all the books of the Bible that I'm going to read for the year, and I will have a separate video on that, so just stay tuned because I want to flip through and show you guys how I'm going to be using that. And I might just make it a video where I show you all the like devotionals and things that I'll be using throughout the year. Or maybe I'll do it monthly because I kind of have a lot of stuff and I kind of change and jump around. So the main thing for stop wasting my time is I want to fill my time with things that are a benefit to me, like Bible time, working out, having time to do things I love and spend time with the people that I love. So like reading, playing games. I'm trying to get back into doing things that I used to do when I was younger, like reading, because I'm like, why don't I do that stuff anymore? Like you get so caught up in working and doing like things in your adulting life, but like I like to read so much when I was younger, and now I'm kind of like getting back into that love. I have so many books. It makes me feel good. Like it's self-care. So getting back into things I used to do, and I want to start baking. And then one of my goals is to, actually this is the second thing, is to learn something new. So I kind of want to learn how to crochet. I've been saying this to one of my coworkers, and I just want to learn how to do something new, and that's something that I think I would find enjoyment out of. So that, and then cooking, I want to get better at cooking and learning how to cook new things. So 3 is embracing my journey. My journey is my journey. My life is my life. My life's not going to look like her life. My life's not going to look like his life. Just because I'm 26 and that 26-year-old is doing this doesn't mean that I need to be doing this. Just because they have that doesn't mean I need to have that. Embracing my life for me. God has plans for all of us, and we're all unique. We're all different. And I think that is something that I really, really realized when like dealing with comparison. Like there's no reason for it. I need to support other people, not compare myself to them, because what God has for me is for me. What God has for you is for you. Yeah, so one of the things I learned from one of the sermons that I watched is by consuming myself and other people's business, I'm delaying my blessings, and I'm delaying stepping into my purpose and doing what God has called me to do, because I'm so focused on everybody else instead of working hard, practicing, doing these videos, making this stuff for my business, flourishing in school, flourishing at work, because I'm so tied up looking around and seeing what everybody else is doing. I'm not pouring into myself and doing what I need to do to be the best that I can be. And I know that, and I'm admitting that. So I think it's important to realize where you're going a little astray. Like what do you need to work on? Everyone needs to work on something. So having that conversation with yourself and really coming to a realization, and then working on, how can I better myself now? How can I stop doing this or that? And then number 4 is taking care of my health for me. I used to be like an athlete. I ran track, I did cheerleading, I did basketball, I did gymnastics. I was an athlete. Now, not being in like a competitive way, it's hard for me to work out. It's hard for me to work out being a new mom. It's hard for me to work out working. I'm tired all the time, for crying out loud. But it's important. My health is important. God has given me this body. This is the only body that I'm going to get. I want to put good things in it and work out. So one of the things I'm really striving towards is working out 3 times a week, no matter what. And so far I've been doing good. But maintaining that and really being committed, because it's only for my good. No one's forcing me to do this kind of workout or that kind of workout. I think I'm going to incorporate like some dance workouts, like something that'll be like things that I like to do, so that it's not like I'm like, oh, I gotta go work out. Like, no, I am able to work out. Some people aren't able to walk, aren't able to run. So I want to be grateful that I can do these things and I should do these things because it's for my health. So that's something I want to prioritize and really have people around me to hold me accountable to that. The last thing I want to do goes with health is like eating better, not eating so much sugar, caffeine, and junk. Just finding things that are healthy and incorporating that into my diet. I'm not saying I'm gonna go vegetarian or vegan, but just making healthier choices and trying new things. I don't like to try new things, but I'm working on that. And with the food, that's where it comes from, me trying new things. So that is pretty much what I'll be implementing this year. I would love to hear what you guys are implementing. What are some things that you may struggle with that you want to work on this year? I would love to know. Know that you're not alone. You're not the only one struggling with things. We all have things that we struggle with, and it's okay. Like, that's a part of being human. But what are you going to do to learn and grow? That's the main question. That's what I encourage everyone to just sit with yourself and think about, and then try to make steps to better yourself. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't leave you off with some scriptures. These are the scriptures that come to mind as far as shifting into the new year. So Romans chapter 8 verse 6. So it reads, "For to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace." And that is just saying, like, our minds should be focused on God. They shouldn't be focused on everything going on in the world. If they are, your life is going to be full of chaos and just stress. But if your mind is focused on the Lord, that is where your peace is going to come. Then Colossians chapter 3 verse 2 reads, "Set your mind on things that are above, not on things that are on earth." And that just says the same thing. And then it also just plays into the fact that these things on the world, they do not matter. They're not going with us when we die. It's not important. Yes, while we're here on earth, we obviously have to eat. We have to have a house. We have to have a car to get around in. But these are not the things that we should be so focused on, so obsessed over. They're not the things that are going to make us fulfilled. They're not going to satisfy us. They're not going to make us happy. The only thing that we're going to find that happiness, joy, and peace from is God. And then the last scripture is Ephesians 4 verse 23. "To put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirits of your mind." So leaving your old self and becoming new. And then another version reads it as, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And that's pretty much the one that I've been focused on for January, because I'm just trying to, like I said, shift my mindset, get into the mindset of how can I walk in my purpose this year? How can I be obedient to God and do what He wants me to do, so that I can be who He has created me to be. So that is all I have for this video. Sorry that it was a little bit long, but I don't know how often I'm going to do these videos. I kind of want them to be intentional and be helpful. So if you have some topics that you want me to talk about or touch on, please leave it down below, because I really would like to know, like, if there's some areas that you would like me to talk about. I do have some ideas already, and I kind of just get ideas. The Lord puts things on my heart to talk about. But do let me know if you have any requests, because I will gladly do them, and then we can talk about it together. But that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I wish everyone the best in their new year, the beginning of the new year. Whatever goals that you have for yourself, be intentional, be disciplined, be committed, and stay persistent. Don't give up on yourself. Things are going to get hard. They're not always going to be easy. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have setbacks. But just know God has your back. You have people in community that you can talk to, or them be there for you. Just know that you're not alone. And even if you feel like you're alone, God is always with you. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Friday. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.